Starship is crucial to SpaceX plans to eventually send humans to Mars.
But what they're doing is they're stress testing these systems under real-world conditions, and they're stressing many complex systems all at once. And so they're not launching spacecraft, they're launching questions. And every explosion is an answer that they didn't know they needed.
For his part, SpaceX owner Elon Musk posting on X, his social media website, quote, "Just a scratch." Zorin Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
SpaceX said it's coordinating with local officials to respond to this explosion. A 9-year-old girl is speaking out today after surviving a shark
MetLife
attack
Stadium in New Jersey.
Leon Downs says the shark's son was attacked while she was enjoying a beach day with her family last week. They had to airlift her to the hospital to try to save her parents. She's been bitten by that shark. It was so terrifying for Leah and for her parents.
I was just snorkeling, then I went up to breathe, and then something hard bit me, and then it tried to take me away.
It's the New York Jets.
Doctors did save Leah's hand. A construction worker pitched in to help. She's on the road to recovery. She is able to move her.
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New York Jets.
Over a tenth at Hawkins. High temperature both sides. 90, we're at 76. And the rain has cooled things off. Not bad temperatures for the evening.
Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They're coming.
It's a stretch of weather. The summer solstice, you know, we really consider the 1st of June the start of the summer season, but astronomically, the sun at its highest point in the sky. Tomorrow, the solstice occurs, I think it's about 9:43 in the evening. And these are the temperatures we've had over the last several years on the summer solstice. Not unusual to be up in the 90s, and 92 is the forecast. High temperature for tomorrow. Still have this little trough sitting across our area. We have that thunderstorm complex develop up towards Memphis, and that brought cooler temperatures once the rain came through. There's a look at the visible cloud shot, and we had a gust of wind out ahead of that thunderstorm complex, and temperatures dropped significantly. Here's where the rain chances are now. South of Vicksburg, Port Gibson, Natchez, you still can see a shower thunderstorm this evening. Showers, thunderstorms around Brookhaven. They will build down towards Tylertown and Macomb here over the next hour or two. But in the metro area, things have calmed down. We still have some clouds. They will slowly dissipate, so if you have evening plans outside, all systems go. Here's where the heaviest rain was today, really just to the north of the immediate Channel 16 viewing area. In the viewing area, there were some showers, and where the heaviest downpours were out towards Clinton and central Hinds County, maybe a half-inch of rain, and of course the airport had 4/10 of an inch of rain. 84 in Vicksburg, 89 in Natchez, 92 in Macomb. That will change, but look at the
decent football, 5-3.
70s, big temperature difference there, and you can really see where the clouds and thunderstorms impact the area. Tomorrow we'll be up in the low 90s and a full 100 degrees in the afternoon. And that trough is...
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get
They get it shouted.
And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
There may be a few...
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
But certainly nothing like we've seen over the
So
last
now here
week and a
comes the
half.
Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
High pressure.
And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here we go. You know, summer has...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
2nd and 5. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They have such a talented team at defending the perimeter, and outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And check down, complete to Hall. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week: 24 carries, 130 in the yardage department, and a touchdown, 2.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does. They want to make sure they get in there.
She traced from maternal line back to Major General Gordon Granger, man born around 18.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Chiefs at 9-2 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
She's in search and dig for everything. It's important that we continue this conversation. It's important.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Remember in preseason when we went to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second.
After around 6 hours, employees in the airport called Schmidt.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Schmidt and her husband actually got engaged on Friday the 13th.
Inside handoff, Henry.
Friday the 13th, 34 years ago.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Henry up the middle. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Squarespace. So it's an official website. It's Squarespace. Ah, yeah. Sure.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now 3rd down and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Henry. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Henry is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he works his way past the scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Hall on a give up the middle. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Come on, bud.
Corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Oh, get that pick, man.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll go again with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
God damn, bro.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Jets have taken the lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there for KC. 43 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
All right, y'all got the first quarter. It's cool.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Come back.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 209, breaking Jerry Rice's record. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching it remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL. I say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap.
How the fuck he break off that?
School both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Most was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On the counter, it's Hall. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And they
how the fuck?
10 at the 8. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown!
Oh my God.
Dallas Goedert from 8 yards out. And the Jets have taken the lead. Koo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
A run by Pacheco on second
Come on, my nigga.
He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Eluding the pressure right. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We focus.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
We focus on this
Another
bitch.
nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called.
And
Fuck
in
wrong
the
with you.
Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice from 21 yards away. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Oh, man.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense.
I ain't gonna be able to keep this up all 3 quarters. Well, all 4 quarters, so.
But still an effective gain nonetheless.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that turnover.
A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. On the return, it's Kamara. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They go play action. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Open man right side is Rice. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Woo! Should have been 100.
Good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
Just give me positive yards, bro.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jefferson moving in motion left. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go back to the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And able to get this across the 20.
Stay far.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. He delivers another.
Bro, get the fucking pick, yo.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The result of 1st down is a quick slant gets him 14. A give running right is Hall. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The throw over the middle taken in.
These niggas is holding the ball, bro.
He works it past the 50. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Straight ahead is Hall.
Oh my God, it's so fucking annoying, yo.
To the 35-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Absolutely love the run right there.
Omega side.
But also for his speed, he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast.
That's a fumble, bro.
He got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Second and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a completion to Wilson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Caught on the right side by Adams.
Oh my God, bro.
It's just inside the 25-yard line. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now throw right.
Get the pig, McDuffie!
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to
So hop your ass over here and come through. Why has it been so long? Why has it been so long?
Back to throw again.
Oh my God, yo! What the fuck, man?
Still a little shy of the first.
This man will not get sacked.
Off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Khalil Shakir from 19 yards away. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. St. Brown motioning left. Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Mahomes now on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Jefferson moving in motion left. Mahomes to throw once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The fuck, man? You lost yards.
And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Oh my God, bro.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Jets force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Oh, my God.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. And now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Mahomes going to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Well, that ain't got so much luck, bro.
Pickup of 8. Here's a give to Hall. And they will only muster a yard here with the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Unbelievable, bro.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes.
They can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove.
For Sonic Live.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oriana was turned over to ICE Thursday morning by the Hines County Sheriff's Office. IHAE is calling for the community
looking to throw is Mahomes. This one brought in by Jefferson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off-play action. Here's Mahomes. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A big play there for KC. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Okay, Kendall, thank you. This case has prompted a lot of questions from a lot of people, and our team is...
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
And is there a Jackson Police Department policy about it? As we get those answers, our team will post them online at WABT.com.
Mahomes now to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Chance of a shower or thunder shower that will be dissipating here over the next hour in time. Look at the last week and a half.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
We do have a change in the pattern, though. That means it's going to get a lot.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. This 2nd and 4.
Orlando May has been charged with capital murder of USM cornerback Marcus M.J. Daniels. May has been sentenced to life without parole. Shooting occurred in June of last year at Ivy Road Apartments. The other 2 teenagers in that
again, it's Pacheco. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 59 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the 1st down. And at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
He finds his man, complete. That's steal. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there. In this game, so far, he's been denied.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
He'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry adding to his NFL record in touchdowns. And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
It's called Yes to Go, the world's first known acting injector.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run.
They just don't know because like I was in a heterosexual relationship with one guy. You know, that one guy that I love.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
She's advocating, and she's been pushing the message. Get tested, know your status. Because she knows.
He'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The New York set to take the field. The last series, 4 a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes, right side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Energy Secretary Christopher Wright at a hearing this week. Wright testified about plans to reorganize the
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Now here's a throw that's complete. That'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Organizers told us more than 90 players showed up to, of course, play golf, but also to fellowship and network.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Wow!
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense offense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
This event is huge for the area. We bring in a lot of people, hotels, restaurants, good business.
Back to Mixon on first down.
Runs through the weekend, Friday hours, 3 to 8 p.m.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards to pick up, first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Fourth quarter, man.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Oh, punish these things. Balls.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Henry going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Henry again. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
$50,000 grant, and we were able to install 150 root cameras.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
Just this week. And it allows us not to have to open our door to see who's here, because we can look and communicate from inside before in the door on some stranger.
Neighborhood associations teamed up with JSU to help make it possible.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them thinking high with it.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, rain again. Boy, the last week and a half, it has been wet. The clouds will slowly be dissipating. Sun is breaking out across parts of the area. 0.4 of an inch of rain at the International Airport. And Hawkins had 90 degrees for a high temperature as well. 78
inside handoff, Henry. Henry's on here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
The heat and humidity are going to be building into the weekend. Rain chances really going to start to drop now as we go through the weekend.
Again, it's Henry. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for 2nd place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And partner, he now just sits one behind Damian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crowd. But Damian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people behind him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
all been dangerous. Can't tell me to hang with us. Should have waited on angel dust. The label us notorious.
I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Steamy, sunshine, came through a stray shower or 2 on radar late tomorrow. Saturday forecast.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. He scored on the ground and through the air. And And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever walked your enemy down?
Cut the lead back down to 21. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown pass to Breece Hall. And bulldozing his way through. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That calf injury he sustained in Game 5 continues to bring up issues. Tonight may be the end of the road for Indy.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
There's going to be a lot of questions about it.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Yeah, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
It's a great opportunity for
and that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. For this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 2.
Oh, my God.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Pacheco once again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And it's straight. It's Pacheco. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Feel my desire.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Quinnen Williams able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Shit, I'm gonna copyright first. God damn it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach would just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll look to throw here.
How the fuck?
Complete. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh my God,
complete. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw.
They are just giving this nigga shit.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And check down, complete to Hall. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw it here. A short one there to Fryermuth. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Third and 2. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Mahomes takes it himself, and he will have a Chiefs first down, and that's the one that should seal the victory. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they and they show out.
So for the Chiefs, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
Just in another big game. Like that. Oh, that Atlanta shit gonna be crazy. negotiate. Let's see. He ain't really doing shit. Got a main bitch. Got a mistress. Shit.